Hello and welcome back to Soul Search Sunday with Johnny Tiger on August 8th, 2021. The one day before we open our Canadian border to our US friends, those who are fully vaccinated can come into Canada, including my girlfriend, which is really the only person I care about coming to Canada at this point. So, very excited. She will be on her way here tomorrow. So I don't know how this is going to impact our daily video after this, but I'm thinking it's going to be really cool because with her being here, I'll actually have someone to help demonstrate some of the stuff for Tactical Tuesday, Survival Saturday, and someone to sing with on Music Monday. Uh, Now, for things like Soul Search Sunday, I may get a little bit self-conscious doing this with another person in the house, but we'll see what happens. Chinese people like to say that the best kind of understanding, the best kind of revelation, the best kind of enlightenment that you can find your Zen moment, you find your philosophical moment, it's through mundane, everyday stuff. And today I'm going to give you guys a very quick, very small, in many ways, very, very mundane example of that very same thing. A couple of weeks ago, I heard this quote that kind of sit in my mind, and let me go over and over again continuously. Just one of those very flavorful quote that really does deserve a lot of thought. The quote goes, "Those some people accept their circumstances, but when they succeed because they got lucky. Yet there are some people who live to change their circumstances, and when they succeed, it is because they worked hard to succeed." On the surface, some of us may immediately have a knee-jerk reaction to be a little bit negative about this quote. We may feel that this is contradictory to our philosophy of being accepting, gaining acceptance. We may feel that this is very judgmental. So what? If I accept my circumstances, then you say I don't deserve to succeed? But it's more than that. There's more than that. And in the beginning, like a lot of you, I had this knee-jerk reaction. I thought, whoa, that is kind of harsh. That is so what we all have to always fight our circumstances. Now, how about me? I'm blind. I can't fight that. I can't help being blind. Uh, you know, what am I supposed to do with this? But then a little incident in my life made me realize that there are a lot of circumstances, a lot of situations where this quote does apply to. You see, sometimes when I have a few minutes off, I have some free time on my hand, or if I'm particularly stressed out by the end of the day, I like to sit down and unwind a little bit. And one of the ways I unwind is by playing a game on the computer. I won't go into all the details about the game because a lot of people probably don't know about it, and you're not all that interested about it. It is a computer audio uh, game about a zombie apocalypse. So, if those of you who are familiar with Resident Evil, if you are familiar with games like House of Dead or Left 4 Dead, that kind of zombie apocalypse survival game where you basically have to survive the zombies and you have to find a lot of weapons and shoot as many zombies as you can. and try to stay alive and all that stuff. That is that kind of game. Yeah, I find that very good for unwinding at the end of the day, a stressful day where I can just pop on to the game and run out there and try to gun down as many zombies as I can, and then whenever I feel that I had enough of it, I can just turn it off. I don't need to worry about gathering a lot of resources. I don't need to worry about being there for my group members all the time. I don't have to worry about working hard to gain another level or gain another skill. It's the kind of game that I can just go out there and play as much as I want and then quit whenever I want. Well, it's not as simple as quit whenever you want. There are some conditions. It's one of those games that you can't just there's not even a pause function in the game. You actually have to run back to a safe zone where you can quit in safety. Otherwise, you may get eaten by zombies. But anyway, that's beside the point. Now, I played this game for many, many years, ever since the initial inception of the game, and uh, so I've always enjoyed this game. However, because it's a zombie apocalypse game, it's really scary. There's a lot of uh, loud noises, sudden growling and hissing and grunting of zombies in the distance. When you hear the zombies just moving closer and closer, imagine yourself you're in a abandoned building and uh, you're in this long hallway and there's a room on both sides and you hear some growling and moaning of zombies behind closed doors, but you don't really know because of the echo in the hallway. You don't really know which door they're behind. You don't know when will they suddenly lunge out of a abandoned apartment at you. This is scary stuff. Okay, so psychologically, it's very oppressive. It has very dark, very creepy background music, the kind of scary movie music that constantly looping in the background, just adding to that kind of nervous tension, as any good zombie apocalypse games would have. However, because of it being so scary and creepy, I am a little bit of a wimp when I play the game. I'm extremely cautious. I'm that guy. I'm that guy with a sniper rifle. I'm that guy who's going to creep along, and as soon as I hear the zombie coming, I'm going to turn around and run the other direction. And when I find myself in a safe distance, then I turn around and pick them off one at a time with my long-range sniper gun. And then when they come close to me, I run away again. And I always play it from a very safe, very sneaky, very stealthy kind of point of view because that that's how I find it safe for me to play. Uh, but that kind of constant running and dodging and ducking in and out of buildings and trying to avoid being cornered and eaten is stressful on its own. Stressful on its own. And I have no idea what one of the cat just did. They just knocked something over. I'm sure I'll find something. Uh, I'll find out later. Anyway, so long story short, because it's already a long story, my friend Richard suggested, why don't we change the music of the game and make it more relaxing? Now, maybe because there's a part of me that don't like new things, and there's a part of me that always need to have order, need to have rhyme and reason, need to have logic. Okay, there's a part of me that is kind of stick in the mud like that. So as soon as he suggested changing the music to make it more relaxing and happy, a big part of me just went, hell no. What's the point of playing a zombie apocalypse game if it's not going to be scary? Uh, I find myself very much objecting to people changing the game because I have heard people say, oh, if they did this to the game, they changed this, they changed that, make the game more less scary, easier to play, yada yada yada. And every time I hear that, there's a voice in my head. It's why are you even bothering to play the game if you just want to change it, if you don't want to appreciate it for what it is? AKA, there's a part of me that's just want to accept the circumstances for what it is. It's a scary game. You're going to get killed, and you're supposed to be scared. But then I thought to myself, after hearing Richard's suggestion, I thought to myself, well, why not? I mean, the game is on my computer. I I bought the membership. Me changing the music is not going to affect anybody, and if I don't like it, I can always change it back. It's not the end of the world. What's wrong with trying it? So I turned off the music that came with the game. I turned the music off, and I started playing Eye of the Tiger in the background. If you guys have never tried it when you are playing a scary game, give that a try. The result was amazing. It's instantaneous and it's amazing. I transformed from this scaredy cat that just always skulking along, running away from zombies, picking them off from a safe distance, into something like Rambo. I was no longer afraid of it. With Eye of the Tiger blaring in the background, I have no problem charging down into every street right in the middle of a zombie horde, blazing away with my machine gun, didn't even care if they hurt me or not. I just had so much fun. There's no fear, no nervousness, no stress, no oppressed tension, no fear. With that kind of uplifting music in the background, my entire gaming experience changed, and I played, if possible, 3 or 4 times better than I normally did because of how hyped up I was by the new background music. AKA, I decided to change my circumstance and actually benefited from it. Finding truth, finding understanding, finding Zen, finding philosophy in small things in your life, small things in your life, often will result in great discovery and greater understanding. We can sit back and think if Johnny Tiger, if all he does, if all he did was accepting his circumstances, being deaf and blind, if he didn't decide to fight against his circumstances, to change his circumstances, there wouldn't be a Johnny Tiger today. There wouldn't be daily videos today. There wouldn't be a silver medalist for Canada today. A lot of things that made me Johnny Tiger wouldn't have happened if I just chose to accept my circumstances. Thank you for checking out today's Soul Search Sunday. We'll be back again tomorrow for Music Monday. For now, have a good night.